In this video, I'm going to show you a bunch of footage of Hayley and I 25 years ago in this very neighborhood.
What is this, sour cream? It is.
Oh boy, this is going to get embarrassing. Hello out there world, my name's Chris and I'm retired working for you, and since I've come to Korea, I've noticed something. Views are down on all the videos. I know, you guys just love when I post about Thailand, and what it tells me is that those of you that are watching the Korean adventures, you're like the diehards. You're the tightest part of the RW4U community. So in this video, I'm gonna share a personal story with you. And yes, I did dig into the shoebox. I was making videos since long before YouTube even existed, and as embarrassing as it is, I'm gonna share some of those with you in this video and a couple of lessons that I learned along the way. Okay, so the year was 1994. I was just about to graduate university, and the only jobs that were coming up were like selling insurance and crap like that. So me and a buddy hatched an idea to go on an international adventure. Hadn't traveled much, so we were thinking Australia, and we thought maybe Japan. We found out that at the time you could make really good money teaching English here in Korea. So I bought my first ever one-way ticket from Toronto to Seoul. And after getting here and settling in, we were really loving the experience. And because we bought a one-way ticket, psychologically, my mind was open to just things changing, to the path just taking me where it leads. And so we extended, and that led to something that changed my life forever. I met Hayley. Where is it? Man, like most places, this place has changed. Okay, so I'm in the neighborhood where Hayley and I ultimately lived, but I can't find our place. It must have been torn down, but it was something a lot like this. But this is the story of how Hayley and I met. So I'm 22 years old. She's a little bit older than me, believe it or not. And she was a superstar. She was selling Mercedes cars in Korea, and at the time, 1994, Korea was a lot different than it is today. There was still a lot of male dominance, and it was hard for a woman to succeed. But Hayley kicked down that door. She was on magazine covers as a successful Korean businesswoman, and it was really a treat to meet her. And see, and I taught all of the executives at Mercedes and all the sales staff a private English lesson. So yeah, I was Hayley's English teacher for a little bit, and that's how we met. And one thing led to another. We ended up becoming more than just friends, and I'll tell you the rest of the story in a bit. But that one-way ticket not only allowed me the chance to meet Hayley, but it also led me to another huge life-changing opportunity. Okay, so fast forward to 1996. Been living in Korea for 2 years now. I'm getting a little tired of teaching English, and the entrepreneurial fire was starting to burn in my belly. At the same time, me and my buddy were taking all kinds of trips down to what was known as the backpacker circuit of the 90s in Southeast Asia. And we used to party at the reggae pub in Koh Samui back in 1994. And then one day we went down to Penang, Malaysia. Lo and behold, another reggae pub. A light bulb went off. We looked at each other over a beer and said, Seoul needs a reggae pub. I was 24 years old, had no idea what I was getting into, but I thought, hey, I'm young enough. If I screw it all up, it won't really matter. And so with that, We took a lease out on the second floor of this building right here and opened Korea's first reggae bar. My buddy Birdie, shout out to you Birdie, and we did it together, and we're the same guys who got on that one-way ticket just out of university together. So if anyone tells you don't go into business with your friends, tell them to go screw themselves. Birdie, let's go up and see what it looks like right now. Oh my God. Whoa, used to have a pool table here. It's under construction. Ownership's changed again. Spent more than a few nights drunk at this bar. Oh my, does this bring back memories. And it's the perfect place to segue into the next part of the story. Because after a couple of years, fast forward to 1998, and one morning I woke up and I don't know why, but I just left. Shot happened right there, right in that intersection, the Hamilton Hotel here in the heart of Itaewon, 25 years ago. I just sold the reggae pub. I was taking a temporary retirement. I was 26 years old and I was confused. Hayley and I had sadly broken up just a few months earlier, and I didn't know what to do. I was thinking of whether I should go home to Canada, stay in Korea. I even considered moving to Koh Samui, Thailand at the time. But I just left alone, and I went as far away as I could. I ended up in the jungles of Borneo.
Freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength, war is peace, black is white, hot is cold. Everything is equally possible. Create peace, freedom, strength, instead of war, slavery, ignorance. If some of us win, we all lose.
Okay, so that sure was cringy. I apologize for the enlightenment speech, folks. But crazy cringe aside, that was one of the best trips that I ever did in my life. I was staying at a place that was $4 a night, all inclusive, and it was way off grid. And being in that much isolation taught me a lot about myself that stuck with me forever. From there, I decided to go back to Canada. And as soon as I got home, I got hit with this crazy reverse culture shock, and I felt the need to get away from it all. So me and a bunch of buddies packed a tent and went on a 6-month camping trip. We went 30 miles a day and pitched a tent, so the isolation definitely continued. It was an awesome summer, and by the end of it, me and my one buddy were living in a 1974 VW microbus. Yes, we'd gone full hippie mode, and yes, we did smell like it.
Before the Spanish came for gold and riches, they wrote "Thou shalt not murder" in their most prized book. Then they murder just the same. If you don't believe what they taught, you were inferior, you were not equal, and you were killed, and you were tortured.
Okay, more cringe there, but I got that whole summer on video. Drop a comment if you want to see more videos of 28-year-old hippie Chris. By this time, I decided to move back to Toronto, and about halfway through 1999, I started missing Korea, but the truth is I was really only missing one thing about Korea, Hayley. So I reached out to her out of the blue. We hadn't seen each other in like a year, and I said, "Hayley, do you want to meet?" And she was surprised, but she said yes. She said, "But I'm in Korea, you're all the way in Canada, how are we gonna meet?" I said, "How about we meet at the halfway point, Hawaii?"
Round 2.
It's a hard-fought fight. I think I came out strong. Came out strong early, but I'd like to say congratulations to the Pacific Ocean. You're a terrific champion.
Ah, the ancient Polynesian rooster, a symbol of their rich tradition and heritage. Yummy.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. It was really good.
So Hayley didn't know it at the time, but I'd brought a diamond ring with me. And one night when we were out for dinner, out of the blue, restaurant in Kauai, I got down on one knee and popped the question. I had no idea what she was gonna say, but luckily for me, she said yes.
Hi everybody, I'm really with you. And I'm having really great time in Hawaii. Kauai actually. With Chris, my fiance. Oh my god, my fiance! Yes, it's my fiance.
I, Chris, take you, Hayley, to be my wife.
Look out! Say hello to the married couple.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
이 두 젊은이가 서로 사랑하고 존중하여
Man, I've aged really, really badly. Frightening. Anyways, the year's now 2000. Hayley and I are married, and it's time for our honeymoon. So where did we go? Thailand, of course, but not just anywhere in Thailand. This was the trip that we discovered Railay Beach.
Yeah, this is pretty damn nice here.
I like this beach. There is monkeys. And people are so nice.
Watching those videos, it's pretty easy to see why I ended up becoming a YouTuber, eh? I've always loved making videos, long before YouTube was even a thing. I got shoe boxes full of them, so again, comment below if you want to see more. And I should mention to the members out there, if you're watching, we're doing an extra flight giveaway this month. And if you don't know what the members group is, I'll leave a link. It's an awesome group of people. We got an RW4U members community, and every 3 months we give one of them a flight to Bangkok. Check the link in the description if you want to learn more and maybe join this awesome group. But to the members out there, go to the Facebook group, the private Facebook group. Stay tuned, there's going to be a message soon, but we're going to give away 2 flights this quarter. And speaking of members, shout out to Al, one of the members who personally made this shirt for me to represent exactly what I told in this story. Thanks a lot, Al. This shirt sparked this video. Cheers, everyone.